Okay.
Dram var sanki.
I was born in a very impoverished family. I am the third last born in my family. I have my parents. My father is a very old man. He married my mother when he was already old. So by now he cannot work for himself. And because I wanted to go to school, many of my sisters and brothers didn't go to school because my family didn't have money. So, and before I come to that, my father had married a stepmother, and I had this problem that I wasn't liked by the stepmother. So, to cut the story short, I was just away from home by the stepmother, and I went to live outside the home. I slept in bush for about 2-3 days without eating nothing, without having anything to cover myself. So after that, I went to the street, and I stayed there for couple of months. After, some man came to me and he told me, "You young man, why are you sleeping here?" And I explained the story to him, and he told me, "There is someone who can help you. He has an orphanage home." So at the age of 12, I entered in an orphanage home. That's where I was raised. I started by the support of the sponsors and that person who adopted me. But remember, my family, my mother and father, they are there because they do not have enough support to help me. That's why I entered into such hardship. So I went to high school, and I went to an institution called YMCA, Area Wandegea, and I learned computer science as well as music. So here I am. I just don't believe that I'm standing here.
You know, life, everybody goes through a lot in their lives. And I think what you went through probably got you where you are today. Because I heard that you have a lot of friends here with you right now. The four of us turned for you. And I think, you know, that's what life is. We all go through horrible things. Some of us don't. Some of us more than other people. And what you just told us, it's a very heavy story. I mean, it was very heavy to listen to, because we can't know how it's like to live in the place where you come from. You know what I mean? We can't know that. The only thing we can see and know is the things that we see on television, in the media. So to hear a story this heavy from someone who's participating here right now is heavy for us too, because we try to understand you, and by seeing you cry like this on stage, this means that it must be really heavy. So welcome to Turkey. Welcome.
So much. Because I was in Uganda, and my family was suffering, and I couldn't help, and I am the educated son in the family. The family is looking at me because I went to school. So someone told me that you can try go to some country, maybe outside Uganda. Maybe you could be helped from there.
Yeah, work there and then send money back to your family.
Yes. So I wanted to go to Sweden because I had some black people there. but I couldn't because getting the visa in my country is hard. So another friend here invited me, and I came as a businessman. But honestly, it was so hard. So when I came here, I started playing music on the street, Istiklal, Sokak, Music Çaldım oraya.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a job. Later, I wrote a sheet and put it whenever I could play my music and say, I teach music, I teach English. If you need private lessons, you could get to me. So some people took my number and I got some simple jobs, and after it all finished. But later, among the people who found me on the street, took my number and called me. So they called me and interviewed me. They told me, what can I do? So I teach English very well because I did a certificate in Uganda. So teaching English plus music, the students get so excited with me and love me, so they started to give me a job there. Like that, that's how I came to Turkey. So my story is really long, but when you ask for photos and videos, I sent. If you need, you can see how back in Africa life was and how my family is. Oh man.